I really love the look of the title card for Sanji's centric episode. Like it even has the curl of the eyebrow right there. I don't know. I just thought it was cute. This episode, on top of focusing on Sanji and his backstory, also focus on, Zoro needing help, and he's basically in a coma, and the crew is worried. The guy who plays Zeph in here did a really good job. I really liked every moment of his interactions with both young and present day Sanji, because like I could really feel the emotions and his frustrations of him still being there.
Camera wise, we got this awesome angle once again of Mihawk. It's like every time Mihawk is on the screen, the angle is just perfect. Anyways, Kobe finally finds out the truth about Luffy, and you really get to see Luffy's grandpa's frustration in this scene. Through the whole scene of Zoro's surgery and everything, it was high tense. Obviously, I knew everything would be okay, but like, I'm sure people who don't know are like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? And it was very interesting watching Luffy's reaction, particularly how he's like, I don't really want to eat right now. And he's just so focused on trying to take care of Zoro's sword and doing what he thinks he can do to help him get better. Also, I really love Sanji's face when he finds out this sword is named. He's like, but why? Speaking of Sanji's face, the smile is everything. And it is such a Sanji smile. I loved everything about it, man. After that scene, we finally get the whole flashback to what happened with young Sanji and how he met Sep. And can I be real with you? Like, I cried. I actually cried a little bit. Like, I knew what was happening. I've seen well past this point in the anime. But I cried. And I was like, you idiot, Tizep. Just like I did when I watched the anime. Like, why? Why'd you waste precious time getting gold when you should have got more food? And the way it goes back to him finishing up the story and explaining, how he owes him everything. You could feel it. You could feel it. Like, this guy's an amazing actor. I want to see more of him. I super love the Easter egg / nod to Nolan the Liar. I think it's weird that Nami's the one that's doing it, but hey, whatever. I'll take what I can get. But can I say, I find it super weird that they're giving so many scenes to Nami and Zoro. Like, why are they getting so many scenes together? Like, it almost seems like she cares more than she should at this point. Like, when she's chastising Luffy and blaming him for what happened to Zoro. And Luffy's like, nah, man, it's not up to me to decide what he does with his dreams. And, like, my man's right. It's his dream to become the world's greatest sword fighter. If he wants to do that, let him. He's his grown-ass man. I mean, sure, Luffy's captain, but who is he to tell him to stop from doing that? Whatever. I don't know. It just seemed kind of misplaced to blame it all on Luffy. But what do you expect? It's Nami, I guess. I'm telling you, man, I don't ship it, but I can see a certain group of people just suddenly shipping these two together. And I came across an interview where the interviewer was like, well, hey, is this going to be canon? And the director had to be like, no, it's not. No canon romances between the crew. Oda said so. The scene where the fish people came out really took me out. Like, some of the fish people look okay, but damn it, these three look awful. More specifically, the guy with the big lips and Arlong. I'm sorry, I just don't like how they look. In the anime, I found Arlong to be particularly intimidating. And I feel like fish people itself would be hard to adapt, but like, they did him so freaking wrong. In fact, I was so distracted by his nose, which looks so stupid, that I was unable to even focus on Nami's big betrayal. On a positive side, when Luffy was dropped in the sea and slowly drowning, I really felt the emotions there. And they did a really good job bringing to life the scene where Sanji saves him from drowning. Meanwhile, we go back to the Marines, where we get a huge close-up of Hopi's face, where he realizes maybe he said the wrong thing to Luffy's grandfather, and that was funny. I love the scene between Zeph and Sanji, where he finally tells him to, like, hey, quit, go chase your dream, and just the frustration on Sanji's face. But Zeph is fine, like, I gotta say this, go. Throughout this whole episode, you really get to see Luffy's actor shine. You really feel like a gut-wrenching pain that he's feeling, and when he says that he just wants Zoro to wake up right then and there, you really felt that. And as someone who used to ship Luffy and Zoro, this particular scene where he wakes up and he climbs on top of him and he puts his hand along his face, it made me want to ship it all over again. It was such a tender moment. But more importantly, after that, he finally is like, bro, I'm your first mate. I acknowledge you as my captain, and I promise to serve you till the end of time. And I was like, these bros are so awesome. I feel the love. And then Usopp makes it a billion times better, as he always does in this live action. And he lies and over-exaggerates how things are. And Zoro laughs, and the way he laughs was just so precious. Towards the end of the episode, we finally get Sanji saying, hey, I heard you need a cook. And Luffy's like, yeah, man. And it was awesome. It was awesome. It was like, yes, my man Sanji's officially part of the crew. It was really hilarious how Zoro was like, why is the waiter joining our crew? And Usopp was like, because we don't know how to boil water. Oh man, though, when Sanji cried as he was saying farewell to his father figure, I cried a little inside. Like, this live action made me love Sanji 10 times more than I did in the anime. The ending of this episode in particular has probably been my most favorite yet, and how they revealed that he stole frickin' Buggy's head, and just the look of pride on his face was pretty hilarious. All in all, if it wasn't for how, in my opinion, bad the fish people look, this would have been a 10 out of 10 episode. I know that I might be nitpicking a bit on them, but I just feel like they could have done better because I've seen them do better. So all that being said, I give this episode a 9 out of 10.